Good afternoon. Hi, it's me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot here on Thriving Thursday for the Spiritual View. Thank you to all our beautiful, wonderful subscribers and for being on this journey with us. It is so very exciting to have you all with us along the way. So, thank you for remembering to like our videos. Thank you for subscribing. You wouldn't be here otherwise. So, again, gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, if you are new here, welcome. We are a collection of 7 readers that merge our magic and bring you new content every day of the week. In addition, we also offer Monday lives at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Friday lives at 6 p.m., where we get to shoot the ish with each other, talk about what's going on in the energy, and then we usually save the other half of time for pulling cards for you all with questions that are a broad understanding of the energy and how we can narrow that down to help you. So, we are right at the 1212 portal. So this can be energies that have manifested or coming to fruition now. Those wishes that we put forward in the 1111 portal, which was our energetic new year, our new start energy. And now we might be seeing evidence of those coming through. In the description box below, I have put a link to my Angi-Notes so that you can see how my head unfolds in the mornings. So I want to look and see here. Today is 12/12, obviously, because of the portal. That is a 33 energy. And the first thing that I saw was a rainbow hot air balloon. Take that for what it is. You can look at the pictures, and if that brings anything up for you, have that handy while we're talking today, because those are going to be little pings of your own intuition that you can maybe say, huh, or you'll feel that as something in your body that tells you to pay attention to that message. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now, in addition, we have that fire and air energy going on, which I didn't go through until I got to the end. And I was like, oh, duh, that's why the hot air balloon. So the fire pushes up into the balloon, creating an effect that will lift the riders up into the sky and up into the cosmos. So I was asking regarding, there's still something about this locator image, that like teardrop shape, kind of looks like a mouse or an avocado. I'm not quite sure why that's here, but that locator symbol is still showing up for me as well. And you can see it in the sketch of my drawings. And I asked, where are we floating and are we close? Are we enjoying floating through the joy of the discovery and wonder? Okay, so then the next part of my notes, with that 33 energy, that is a 6 of balance. And I was seeing it as body, mind, with spirit at the top of that trine energy, but that was for either side of that scale. And then we have at the bottom our 8 shape of our lemniscate of yin and yang. The 33 master number is all about spiritual development, compassion, and generosity. And I put that spirit up at the top of the trine because I want to use my ascension deck today to see where we're at on each side of that journey in our own yin and yang self. And then if there is a divine masculine or divine feminine energy that you are manifesting in because you yourself feel at balance, we'll see maybe where they're in balance or what part of their trine may need balancing. And then 32 years ago, that's the addition of 12 plus 12 plus 8, further breaking down to the 5 of the Hierophant, which we were seeing a lot of that energy yesterday and the night prior. And then which is 1992. So 32 years ago is 1992. Then we have, I saw an old cheer that we used to do. And it was basically the end of it was SPIRIT, spirit. Let's hear it. So I feel like there's a celebration energy as well. And then that 32, again, breaking down into a five, the opposing energy or the balancing energy to the Hierophant is the Temperance energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy that is pouring into our own selves so that we can give bath, a water, give bath. Are you taking a bath on the 1212 portal? Put your stones in there with you, maybe even some rose petals for Venus, anything that makes you feel beautiful or abundant. Luxurious is the energy, especially with Taurus and that sensuality component. And I wrote down from which side of the scale, what element is missing, that missing puzzle piece. And then the five of the Hierophant is what lesson or puzzle would this one little piece or one little component finish the puzzle without us kind of forcing that piece in that we know doesn't go there. It looks like it should exactly. The colors are right, the edging is right, the shape is right, but it doesn't quite fit. And we can't force that in there. And what have we maybe learned from that before? You just pulled the Hierophant too this morning, Kathy. That's amazing. So no, that's a synchronicity to let you know, hey, your angels are with you, you're vibing high, your guides are like, keep going. Okay. So those synchronicities are for us to let us know that we are seeing the signs and they like what we're doing. Okay. And they're showing their support. I also had the very first song of today was lay a whisper on my pillow, leave the winter on the ground. So I'm coming back now to that image of when we did our story arc on the live and we saw that broken tree, that branch that the birds were scattering from to fall on the ground. So leave the winter on the ground. It must have been love. That is a song by Swedish pop band Roxette, a pop duo in 1987. And that was on 12/2. So maybe 12/2, 10 days ago. There's something to do with a 10 as well. We have at 5:46 this morning Eastern Standard Time, which was that's a 5 and a 10 in and of itself. We had Venus opposing or balancing Mars. So the masculine balancing the feminine. Okay. And I want to see where that scale may be off just a smidge, or is there a puzzle piece, one or the other, or both, or trying to squeeze into a place because it looks like it should fit. Okay. After that, I started hearing, I know it's weird, but you've met me. I started I started hearing olive oil, olive oil sing. And all I could hear was the da 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 da. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And finally figured out was like, is that freaking olive oil? So I don't know why that's coming in, but um the song was He Needs Me. He needs me, he needs me, he needs me, he needs me. Okay, I'll spare you the rest. But and she's already spoken for in this movie. She's already been promised tradition. I'm promising my daughter down. Blech. Sorry. She's already been promised to Bluto. Popeye just lands in town looking for his pappy, and she overhears him saying he's keen on her, that he likes her. So she goes around and she's doing that little sing song on the dock. Now, I'm telling you all this. This is because how I'm reading the energy. So we're definitely going to pull cards, but I want us to pay attention to what synchronicities show up there as well. So she's singing, she's showing her voice. And then when I thought of Bluto, and it's like she couldn't really even say anything nice about him other than he was large. And I was like, oh my God, is that the cowbird from the other night who's trying to like steal or trying to take this nest that has already been built. Back in the day, women's families had dowries. So when they got married, it's like he's just there for the dowry. He's being that cowbird that's taken the work of the bird that did all the work already. So that bird had to learn how to camouflage its nest because it knows the cowbird's going to be there anyway, but it also has to save its own eggs, save its own hide. So, and after I put, what beautiful sights do we yearn to see, taste, touch, smell, and hear? So there are a couple prompts in there for you for journal prompts. We've been doing that together on Learn Love Tarot. We've been doing some journaling. And then the last song after I was seeing the cowbird, I was remembering Popeye's line of put 'em up, put 'em up. And guess what that's about? Mars, action. We have the golden gloves of Mars in retrograde in Leo. And guess what that Sabian symbol is? Couldn't believe it. An old-fashioned woman is confronted by an up-to-date girl. Again, pictures in the description box. Becoming indifferent to fashions of morality and values. She's promised to this Bluto character, right? But she's feeling the pangs of love, what I'm supposed to traditionally do versus this might be the missing piece. The missing piece is the feelings, is the love. Where's that feeling with Bluto? There isn't, because it's a transaction. So if any of our relationships have been transactional, maybe you want to duke it out or knock them out of your life in this Mars retrograde energy. But I just thought that was so cool because I couldn't figure out for the life of me why in the world Olive Oil would be singing. And I think it was for the put 'em up, put 'em up. So maybe there's going to be someone landing in a hot air balloon near you soon. Maybe it's a Popeye character that wants to fight for your affection, even if you've been already promised in whatever way that means for you to someone else or to something else. We have a right to change our mind, especially when things are out of balance. We don't have to go through and continue on with someone if there's a missing piece that is found. Let's take that for what it is. So let me give you a little idea of oppositions. So oppositions, again, are balance, that teeter-totter energy that we were talking about on Monday. Whenever you hear an astrologist say that, or you hear us talk about it on the show, it's how it relates. It's our mirror, okay? They balance each other out. It confronts as well, put them up. It makes conscious the subconscious, disciplines, it conflicts with, it tests, it calls out, hey, the imbalance is on the other side, right? So that's what an opposition is. And again, that is Venus opposing Mars, the planet of love and beauty, and the planet of action, the feminine and the masculine. Now, later on, very late tonight here, Eastern time, we do have a trine of fire and water as well. That's going to be Sagittarian energy. Trining or flowing, harmonizing, aiding, helping, energizing, enjoying, supporting, all of those trine positive flow energies. One flows to the next, and that would be at a Sabian of 7 because they are trining at 6 degrees 58 minutes. And that is expansion into the discovery, a deeper sense of self comes through seclusion, and the symbol is a Chinese laundry. So that would be our that's our sun and Sagittarius energy. That's going to come into effect because it's the fire element. All of the fire elements in your houses, wherever those sit for you, are going to be contributing to this energy. Now, with Sagittarius and the planet of communication, that's what is trining our Pluto, the 180 planet. Okay. And that degree for Mercury is going to be that Sabian symbol of 7, which is Cupid knocking at the door. We've already experienced this energy through the sun in Sag, so we're reversing back through it to make sure we got the message, becoming more receptive to the string of subtle emotions. Olive oil. She's like, "Oh, this makes my heart. I'm promised over here, and I was going to follow through and do that, but this is what makes my heart sing." So that energy is going to be flowing, and I can't wait to tell Liz because that eggshell. I think we started talking about it last week. She got breaking open in her Monday oracle card. And I think it was the end of last week. I was talking about putting our Humpty Dumpty selves back together again. And what is trining with that Cupid knocking at the door is a child born of an eggshell. Our lot in life. So if you've never heard that term before, oh, that's just my lot in life. Okay, that's our fate, our destiny, our dharma, what we came here to do, the things we can't choose or change. And our lot in life is to break with tradition. So, how are we breaking with tradition in order to become more receptive to the string of subtle emotions? Okay, that is our trine energy here, our flow. And again, if even if it's something has been promised, we have the right to change our mind. So I'm getting a strong pull there. A soccer ball also came up in my sketches. The letters R and C, and a red heart. So take that for whatever that's worth for you. If that happens to sync up with any of your sketches, writings, or drawings, there you have it. Now, on Monday, we all pulled an oracle card, and I pulled the luminescence crossed by fire. And the chunks that came out underneath them, there were 5 of them. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is how I've been reading that. Today's energy is the soul star chakra. Merging with the divine, it's a 10. Today is a 5 of the throat chakra. So expression. What is our expression of our heart? Want to reveal here? We got soul star chakra, that Aquarian star wish energy 10, merging with the divine. And then we have the card of express your truth with the throat chakra and with our blue butterfly energy. Okay. I hope that was all right for you guys. Let me check in with you. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. You're like, we're here to look at cards. Why aren't we hearing cards? Because that's when you guys are writing and when you're flowing. That's what we're trying to help everybody do is really be able to tap into our own divinity and our own divination tools. And for me, those include songs and symbols, words, drawings, whatever comes to mind. So thank you to Miss Brandy, Miss Kathy, Miss Ruby Jewel. Hi there, welcome. Hey, Kaylee, Spiritual Warrior, and congratulations, by the way, on your reading. Hey, Miss Natisha. Appreciate you guys being here so much. I wanted to make sure. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Hey, Miss Larissa. Hope it's okay. I said Miss Larissa. Hope it's okay. I just gave you a nickname there. And okay, we're ready to go with our reading here. So I want to use my nosy deck. I want to use my nosy deck. So even though I'd be normally using my earth deck because our moon is in Taurus, I want to get a little sneaky peek here. Let's see what's on the surface. 6 of Pentacles, 4 cups. And that 6 of Pentacles is a little like, what's really going on here? It looks like the givers really should be the taker and the takers should be the givers. 2 of Cups energy. They might have felt kind of filleted open or kind of skewered in the past there with that 4 of Cups. We've got a 9 of Cups coming up. There's your key opening up there, Miss Brandy. Ooh, that was a nice flow. Okay, I'm liking that trine feeling. And we've got our high priestess energy. There's those bats we've been seeing since I think around Tuesday, and all the snakes. Oh my gosh. Elizabeth started it off. Yep, there's our tower energy. Elizabeth started off on Monday. They've been coming through all week for me. I don't know about you guys. Shedding that skin. Page of Cups, looking back at the past loves. And we might be reminiscing there. It must have been love, but it's over now. There's our Three of Wands, what we are bringing in and manifesting. That may have started at the 1111 portal. And there's a masculine here putting his hands behind his back as if to say, nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Here's another, that with the Sagittarian energy there, Knight of Wands. He has a knight's uniform on. There's our Queen of Cups. But he is also in a tux. So that's a dualistic role or energy, if you can see there. He's got his armor on. At the same time, he's offering up a rose, like over here, look at me, check out this. That song I didn't remember was part of the Pretty Woman movies. So lots of movies with the songs today. Okay, there's some kind of five of wands, some kind of jealousy, strife, or competition. We might feel a little backstabbed, or this person does. There's about some kind of script, perhaps. This is just surface energy, so we'll pay attention to what comes back through. Boy, that tower wants to keep showing itself. Let's fall off of that. Think in Liz's pick a card, we got that last night too from one of her files. Well, give it away if you haven't seen it yet. Ooh, a sexy uniform. Yeah, that's always nice. I can't argue with you there, Carissa. Miss Ruby, you're in you got a some Sag action going on there. Never met a boring Sag. What came out here? So, huzzah! Our reading is ready. This is Nine of Pentacles. This is achievement. This is independent autonomy. Our goal of the North Node in Aries with that South Node in Libra. Definitely have been seeing a lot of transformation energy, and I do like to point out it's like the butterfly has come out of the cocoon. I only recently noticed here within the last couple of months that she actually has this veil that she's opening up, and it kind of looks like butterfly wings, and it's like, finally got out of that damn cocoon. That transformation was possibly long and arduous. We do have our King of Cups here. So he's being surrounded by darkness and kind of desolation here. He's standing on a tiled floor, which for me is maybe some kind of checkers game blew up. And so he's ready to play checkers, not chess. The tower has been behind him, but it has not made him lose his heart. The King of Cups is all about balance and diplomacy. His head and heart are aligned so that his soul can lead him forward. Highly intuitive, and this can either be again the balance of your yang energy or your yin, or this can be a person for you with both sides of the board. Let's see where we go. You are coming up as the researcher, the Page of Swords here. This could also be our situation. We'll see where we go from here. The Four of Swords regarding healing. And I always remind everybody that up in that tree is a panther, which in the Colette Baron Reed deck is the 44 of reclaiming your power. This is a situation where the crescent moon was waning, so right before the new moon. We just experienced the new moon in Taurus. We're getting ready for the full moon in Gemini here on the 15th. And there are two peace doves there behind her in the background. It is a nighttime scene. What I do like about this is that she's laying on a very still body of water, and there is a crow there right at the top of her head. So, especially with that high priestess, this can be a situation that you are already healing from and your intuition is coming online. You've been researching this whole spirituality thing, whatever that is. And what I also like is that the four swords are behind her. She's ready to move on. Our four corners of stability, we filled in those blanks. This is not three swords, her still suffering from a three of swords. She's putting this behind her. That's the person who's already grabbed the sword underneath them, their own sword of truth, and faced it. And now it's like, okay, I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna take a little nappy do here and rest, because that was not easy. It was a hard job to face this truth, a hard time coming out of the chrysalis. And it's like, finally, I have arrived. Soul star chakra merging with the divine. This healing has brought in communication from spirit. We know how spirit, spirit, let's hear it. Okay. We know how to hear it now. Once you hear it once, you don't forget that. You know when you're in that theta zone, you can feel it. Okay. And in the opportunity here is a three of swords. So the opportunity, again, I already see you doing that, is to set down the three swords and heal from it. Once that three of swords is up, especially in the opportunity component, would be getting a squeeze, an evaluation. So it must have been love, but it's over now. Now we journal and write and really analyze, where was the imbalance? Were my needs really met? Or, was this something that I was promised, and things don't always work out, but there is a common denominator. Maybe we have been looking for some kind of truth. Where's the true love? I've done all this work of my healing. Now where's the true love? In the past, yeah, fate's already been activated. So these are the three sisters of fate. You can see the moon energy above her head, and she is the guide of the present. Then the sister in black is holding the measuring tape that decides our allotment of time here in this current present lifetime. They're standing on a clock. So this is, information or learning that we are destined and fated this lifetime to come to understand. And the sister in the center is holding the scissors, and she is the one who decides when that ribbon of fate is severed. Okay. And I did include notes on that, I think a week ago or so, about a little more information about those three sisters. Now, in the center of the reading, the heart of the reading is a crossroads, a decision to be made. And again, so I was seeing that divine masculine energy with hands behind his back. And now I'm seeing the divine feminine energy here with hands behind her back. The difference being, there's spirit hands kind of, did you guys ever do that where, like at camp, where you're the legs and then a person is sitting there and you have to, like, they're using your arms, or you know what I'm talking about? Someone is behind you, they're like trying to feed you, but you're the one that is sitting there with, you can't control it, right? It's someone else's arms kind of puppeteering. It's like spirits trying to show you. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't know if that's called anything, but I feel like it's like you do that as kids because it's just funny, it's fun, and you put on little skits or little plays maybe. But see these spirit fingers, these spirit hands here are guiding you. And there's a magic wand in one, and it looks like an apple of knowledge, and the other saying, you do have this, you can do this. And with that crescent moon waning down, now we have the opposition of that at the heart of the reading, crescent moon waxing. That's a new beginning. We're getting ready to turn the light all the way on so that we don't feel so blinded anymore. Okay. Everything is very cloudy and murky. And it's like there may be two decisions of we feel of equal merit. There are two swords of truth to decide between, and we are researching one currently, which is true or not. Okay. And then there was a third song. It was it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two, step two. And that's Aaliyah, right? If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Okay. Don't be scared of what's happened in the past. Okay. Just because we have opportunity to see and research the reason heartbreak presents itself. It's so it can hold a mirror to us and show us where our triggers are, where healing needs to be done. And because you're doing this work, look at that. That's our second keyhole. This Ace of Wands opportunity here in the near future showing up. And we were already saying spirits there with your hands for you. Even if you're like this, you have help going, you have the knowledge, you have the magic, you already know the answer to this. Don't let the past, we are reclaiming our power here. This is all about how we can reclaim this power and take our peace back for this new beginning. There's definitely passion involved. You don't get the Ace of Wands when there's not. That's a creative spark, an idea. And I'm being drawn to her collar here. This little lacy, I drew that, how olive oil wears that red top with that big, the doily or the lace around her wrists and her neck. That's white. So I feel like that's spirit giving us a nod here of this passion. Her heart was sparked. She was set to marry Bluto, the cowbird, and Popeye comes in, and she's like, "Ooh, haven't felt that before. What is this feeling? I gotta reconsider this whole cowbird Bluto thing, like, and not allowing ourselves to be clobbered, going in a little more camouflage this time because we got help from spirit." Okay. A block. Yeah, I could see that. So we saw that in the pre-shuffle, that 4 of Cups. See how she's kind of been filleted here. And inside of that flip top head there, it's a ceramic face with the head removed, so that inside there's a measuring tape, thread, and scissors. So, especially being so close to the juxtaposition of this Fates card, this heartbreak, so to speak, was fated for us so we can learn. It's not mistakes. They're not mistakes. They're mistakes, and they just keep we feel like they're mistakes, especially if we don't see where the pattern was. Dress form, dressmaking, what was the pattern? This person is standing behind the dress form. Okay, yes, with her hands behind her back, but now she can step forward in a new type of dress, and a new energy because spirit is helping. These decisions moving forward won't be so forward, or excuse me, won't be so forward. Won't be so forward. They won't be so difficult moving forward. Got the fours. Okay, forward. What is up with the double fours? Want me to look at the double fours here. So feeling like we're going to get skewered again has been a block. But again, she's holding this cup now. These are the fates holding their tools. And when we get skewered, it's like you got to make a whole new dress. We have the dress form. We're just going to make a different design because, again, here's that cup that Spirit's trying to offer. Yes, these weren't so fun to experience, but by kind of knocking those cups down, checking the boxes, going through life, all of our experiences will lead us to be able to see this cup that is on offer. Now, Four of Cups is traditionally being not pleased with, the love and abundance in our life thus far. But in the shadow position, that's the version we would take of that. The light version is Spirit's trying to bring this cup or this person either into you or give you the tools, the learning and your research of how to raise your frequency so that you can understand which cup is right for you. Okay. It's fated. You are harnessing your own fate by doing this healing, taking your power back. That's what they wanted me to see, the 44 there. Okay. All right. Okay. Was gonna get there. We got there. Now we're seeing a 22, another 4 here, 2 of Wands. This is what Spirit wants you to know is you need to step forward into your fabulousness. And look at that. This is her looking at the mirror at her old white dress. The dress on the dress form. And that could have just been what we've learned in our youth, okay, in a white dress. And here we are now, huzzah, in this red dress. Okay, so Spirit wants you to understand that when we look in this mirror, if all we're seeing is the past, okay, then it's very hard to imagine and make a choice as to do I stay with the same old dress and kind of experience what I've always gotten? Or can I see my reflection, who I truly am, through these lessons and evolve into a rose? Even her feet are stems of the rose. So that is gorgeous. Spirit wants you to see your beauty. Her hat is the top of the rose. And this is masculine or feminine energy. If we do what we've always done, then we get what we've always got. And Spirit saying, look at yourself differently. When we heal this and see how she's in that red dress but her hands are tied before the dress form, it's like, no, okay, it's good, it's a different color, but we really want you to throw some creativity on it. So that red dress is fine, but what if it could be fabulous? Okay. Not sure that Bluto would have been fine. That probably would have been pretty miserable. But, it's funny how life works. And right when you're least expecting it, here she was set to go to a whole nother timeline. And she had the stirrings of the passion. Okay. The stirrings of this red passion. And when we do that, when we find that independent autonomy within committed partnerships, that is the success. And I really feel like December, all the towers that are showing up, it's just the last bit of energy, like the death rattle of the Aries Libra axis. It's the death rattle. That lesson is coming to a conclusion. Anyone who has, kind of fought that, no matter if that's the yin or the yang, they get towers because then the universe forces the energy to balance out, whether we want it to or not, whether we intended to or not. if it's not for our best and highest good, allow to go what needs to go, because there's something way more fabulous here waiting for you. Okay, this cocoon cycle of the butterfly is becoming complete, and look who is back. Our outcome energy, the Knight of Wands, again, fast, passionate action, especially with that Ace of Wands. There's a stained glass window behind him, and it's a full size. I used to design LED lights when I lived in New Zealand. My then husband was a glazier, and there was a separate house in front of the factory where we did our designs, and we would do big, huge doorways like that where people would take out a door and make it into a window. I mean, and they were as big as my table. And I'm letting you know that because it's, again, the beauty. It was just a plain old door. And now you're going to see this door. There's no way you can miss this portal. There's no way you can miss the door. And this Knight of Wands here, one end of the stick is fiery as he's holding his knight. Okay. That's his knight self. And again, dualistic energy. Here's the gentleman or the romantic. Okay. And he's holding a rose as if to say, I see your rose, but you got to decide if you want. Do you want to accept the rose? Is this a bachelor sitch, guys? You have multiple options here. Do you accept this rose? I haven't watched that show in forever. Oh my Lanta. Let's see what's going on here. Don't know where that's coming in. What's up with this King of Cups, though? Soul Star Chakra merging with the divine. Yesterday, I talked about that peacock energy and how the Queen of Wands looks like she has a stole on, a very lush kind of fur, but they are feathers, the color of peacock wings. That's confidence. Someone sees you, someone sees your rose. You've got to decide if you can allow them to see your beauty. That might feel uncomfortable. And if you're getting like a little bit of a resistance energy to that, take notice of that. Where are we not appreciating our own divineness, our own beauty? Maybe you think, surely this person wouldn't be interested in me. Why is that? I mean, you're hella interesting, so why not? You are very suited here to people do notice you. You just maybe you're just not used to that, or you don't understand why. And that would be that Leo energy of that first 5 degrees. We've got to work back through self-confidence. That's where we're going to be reversing our little red Corvette in. Okay, let's keep on. Reunion energy here, 3 of Cups. Strength, there's the egg breaking open. Where was that? That was the I just saw it in different there's an egg. Oh yeah, a child born of an eggshell. Our lot in life is to break with tradition. Right there. So this energy, you can see this as environmental energy. If you're single as a Pringle, or again, your yin and your own personal yang, or you can see I'm reading for you. So you can see this as you, and this could be your person. Maybe they had to release some kind of traditional way of living. And there's our snake energy that we were talking about. This is the strength card. Things are still a little bit jumbled and confusing here for her, this character, but she stopped resisting. She has surrendered. That's what we do with the full moon. We surrender. The heart of the environmental energy. Oh, justice. Our little yin and yang symbol I drew for us today. So balance, okay? And if this is a person for you, this is a person who's been through a tower themselves already. They just let it fall because they understood that the harder they fought, that the harder that snake would squeeze them. And when you don't resist or fight the energy, you just allow and go with the flow. Life happens for you and not to you. Now, there's all kinds of different synapses firing in her brain. There is this is when the moon is just about to go fully dark, that moment, the balsamic moon. So, this could, again, past energy. This King of Cups could have had some kind of closing down of their own cycle here around the balsamic moon just before it hit the new moon energy. Okay, 11 balance our Libra energy here in the center, and in the near future, a King of Wands. So, in your outcome energy here, kings are the ones that give the permission for the knights to be activated. So, by this person stopping some kind of resistance energy, finding their own balance, or this again could be the energy presenting itself to you, especially with our opportunity being a 3. There's a lot of court cards, and we've got this major arcana going on here. This is a chance for this person to now take action because their own heart and head have come into alignment after some kind of devastation. Their situation is this Queen of Wands, Scorpio, and Aries energy due to being co-ruled by Mars. She's holding her wand, which is also a bow and arrow. So there's some Sag energy in there too. And she's looking back at this King of Cups. And then what's coming here in the future is a King of Wands. Okay, by us balancing, guys, that's what King of Wands is all about. Confidence. So is the Queen of Wands, and again, they're seeing you as extremely beautiful, very high vibrating. People notice you. She's the sower. She's the creator. Very, very, very clever. And the Queen of Wands knows, is the master manifester. She knows exactly how to use that wand. Could be why there's an additional suitor if this person is not turning into taking action because of their own balance. It could possibly be another person. Their blocked energy was 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands looking down here. She's standing on top of that fainting couch and looking at these masks of the past. Perhaps this person was, again, they were fighting, they were resisting tempering their own beast within. And in reverse here, 7 of Wands can be not standing their ground, not taking the higher road, not wanting to examine those masks. We all wear different masks, guys, and they can either be for our best good or our not so best good. This is a kind of, I'm trying to see what kind of bird that is. It doesn't exactly look like a crow to me because it has some kind of darker black coming behind the eye. So there's a differentiation in the black tones, and it's kind of look like they have like a mohawk. This bird has a mohawk, if that is resonating for anyone. So they were not willing to take the higher ground. They were resisting, right? Warding off their own unwanted energies or their own old masks that they needed to put to rest. What spirit wants them to know, or wants your yang self to know, is Ace of Pentacles. So by deciding, see, she is the rose, and now look what has blossomed because of that. Okay. She's dressing up as the rose, and here is her as the rose. This is a 3D offer: time, money, energy, resources, assets. Okay. And this is spirit telling them this Queen of Wands energy, it is an archetype. So that does not mean if you are not an Aries or a Scorpio that you're not this person's apple of their eye. That's not how that works. It's just the archetype again of confidence, of creativity. Might be a little witchy woo, right? See how high she flies. She's got the moon in her eyes. Okay, it's the seeing this Queen of Wands as a viable option, like, and who wouldn't want to snatch up someone that they have feelings for, they see as extremely beautiful, talented, confident, and creative. So if you are talented, creative, and you a little bit witchy, again, don't discount yourself just because you're not an Aries or a Scorpio. It's just energy. Okay. In the near future here, this person is learning to see the map. They've definitely carried some burdens across their lap. There's writing all over this person's back. The Nine of Swords is traditionally not being able to sleep, the stinking thinking, the prison of our own mind that continues at night. But once this person is finished looking down at all the reasons why they can't do something, they lift up their head. Okay, they stop resisting and are looking at their own shadow sides of their self, their own masks that do not work for them. And when they lift their head, they will see that this has been a treasure map, a way out of imprisonment all along. The map has been there all along. And I always remind us that the yin energy goes first. The yin energy starts the process of activating the action of the yang. By surrendering, we activate our yang energy. So this could be this person here also balancing out, no longer resisting that. We're going to have to definitely keep continuing. Yeah, this is their transformation as well. Yours has already happened. Okay, this side of the energy, like you're like, I've already surrendered. I'm doing all of my rest and recovery. I'm learning to take back my power. I'm learning to not do things in the same way. I'm learning to see the beautiful things about myself, which before you might have felt like it was behind closed doors. You might not have realized you had the tools that fate has been assigned all along. You are the creator. We have, we are able to choose. That's the human part of this experience. And again, the snake of knowledge is wrapped all around this person. So this may be what is upcoming for them, reuniting perhaps with you, reminds them of this passion. Maybe they fought it in the past. They resisted that strength energy, resisted balancing themselves. But this is all about the environmental energy balancing out and bringing forward then an actual tangible 3D opportunity. Okay. So, Nine of Swords, death, and the moon. So, Brandy, when you had that picture of the sky and it looked like the clouds were embracing, such a gorgeous shot. I immediately thought of this card because of the light and the dark combining. So they are looking at she's like kind of a man in the moon. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Again, those synapses are firing up in her subconscious to bring to conscious what has been previously kept in the dark. So by this person allowing their old ways to end, that is the map out of the prison. Okay, really looking at their shadow aspects, whereas the block before is they weren't willing to look at it. Okay, they weren't willing to. And right after the moon would be Queen of Pentacles energy, lower lower level or lower incantation of the Empress energy. It goes Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Empress. So they're trying to catch up to you here, and there's our bunnies there of good luck, Jupiter energy. Okay. And they may have had some help or some nurturing through something difficult here, something that still kind of may want to threaten to hold them back, but they're going through this chrysalis energy here. And there's another set of tile. This is becoming an expert. This is needlepoint. That's very difficult to do. Takes a long time to practice that. I always get engineering vibes with this too, because her toes are a compass. So measuring, like, it takes a long time to learn to become a successful engineer. And this can be them engineering their life through this transformation. This can be re-engineering, reconfiguring something, using strategy and using talents that were thus far, still coming about. Yeah. So there's our 10 of Pentacles, make a wish with those fun dandelions in the back at the wishing stage. And this is this antiquated way of being, this green dress. And there's a little sprite climbing up and out of that old way of being. So, and that can literally be, again, environmental, with climbing up out of Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, and into Pluto in Aquarius, a new age. But this person over here, or if this is our own yang of our actions, we need to see our own beauty. We need to see that even through, devastation of certain choices or actions before, they always reunite, they always come back around. If we haven't learned from them, they could have just shown up in a different meat sack, right? In a different experience, in a different timeline. And this is reminding us times are changing. This old way, this patriarchal way, has got to go. And it kept a lot of people in the dark out of fear. How do you keep people in the dark? Is fear. Oh, you'll never be anything without me. That's devil energy. That's one way that operates, scaring you into, well, maybe I never will meet anybody else, right? Or maybe I will never have a job that pays me this much money. But do you get to be creative in it? Do you get to be fully the whole you that you can be? Okay. Our value systems are changing, and wow, continuing that outcome. There's the divine pair on the board now, the most love in the entire deck. So this could be the king finding his queen, you finding your own way to tap into that pineal gland. The Queen of Cups is very psychic, Cancer energy. Okay, Scorpio, again, lots of fiery water over here. Let's go ahead and add on. Yeah, this person's going on a spiritual journey. So right after their heart is activated, that opens up their intuition, and they allow. There's the non-colored. What is that bird called? Not pelican. The blue one, the pretty one, peacock. Geez, Ange, why do I always forget that bird's name? So spirit is not colored here, but whatever this person could have been burying their head in the sand about, whatever they were resisting, even if it was their own balance, this could have enacted a dark night of the soul for them. Yeah, to get them through some kind of tower moments, or for them to see, hey, you're still going to be okay even after these towers come, because they always do. They always do. So, since I added on to that side, we got to add on to your all's here outcome. Let's extend this outcome. How we doing on time? Right at 59:33. Okay. Yeah, I could feel that. So, Three of Swords, I'm looking down this column: opportunity, near future with the Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, bringing in an offer. There's our 1111 energy of the Four of Wands. And this is any partnership, whatever label you deem that as. That can be anything where two people are agreeing to put equal action and effort in. The Hermit, yeah. So you guys again are ahead of this actionable energy. And that is being able to look at ourselves and see the violet flame, see that energy within. The Hermit stands at the top of the mountain, reflecting on his journey thus far. Okay, there's a judgment call regarding this Nine of Wands. You might be split because, again, we have this two, and then the Knight is in two different uh, outfits. There's the armor, and then there's the gentleman. So your judgment call 20, okay, another two, may revolve around not being so rigid and stubborn, letting go of an old way, especially if there's nothing there left for us to learn. This angel could be flying, but she's walking away with the little last scrap of life that there was, and they're all like veins. Okay, there's not even a heart attached to that. There's barely even any blood left in those veins. So we may have felt like we had no choice, but to kind of be a hard asterisk and really prioritize this rose. Like, nah, I if I do things the old way, I'm going to get what I've always got. But if I step into this dream rose dress energy, then I don't have to be such a hard ass. Then I just relax and attract. Just being pulls in like energy. And that's been, the Hermit takes a long time to do that. She is holding on to a handkerchief. She does see her old masks and the old parts of herself. And that's with haste. You guys could be just seeing something very clearly now about the opportunity of why that heartbreak had to happen and what that taught you through your own reclamation of power. It's actually quite beautiful. There's our energy of the month, the Hanged Man. Spider energy coming back through with that creativity. There's a web weaved all around her. What's this Four of Wands? Yeah, I already knew that Empress energy. You're already there. This is wrapping the learning of this healing and wrapping this power of the cosmos around you. The growth of the Queen of Pentacles, all the foliage that is kind of hanging off of her, like maybe you would see in swags at Christmas time, become part of her actual body. She just is those things. Okay. She is the earth, the sky, the moon, and the stars, and she's grounded. Okay. Hermit. Yep. What are you reflecting on? Six of Cups energy. What swan songs have already sung their song? This is a twin energy. We don't just have one twin. This is nostalgia, looking back on the past, looking at our childhood and the ways in which we learned about love. And this energy, seeing something from a 180, a whole new perspective with creativity and passion and swiftness, okay, is bookending this Four of Wands Empress energy. That's the book there. The book over here is a person climbing, looking at their shadow, climbing out of a patriarchal way. Okay. And we started into needing some nurturing to get out of this stinking thinking. And inside the book, the story is about the transformation and how that required some strategy and took quite a bit of time to engineer. And I wasn't even going to pull it, and I only did to balance it out over here. There's our puzzle piece. There's our Temperance card. So see how there's just one little component off, but she's reaching for it. This is a soulmate card. That is spirit here trying to point you in the direction of all these puzzle pieces. Wow. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. What judgment call are y'all making here? All these twos. It feels like there may just be hesitation only because of the past. But again, this decision point was fated for you to arrive to. The dress form is already there. We're just making some tweaks, some little balances, some little adjustments to that red dress to go from it's fine to it's fabulous. Okay. This is our imagining of what could be if we grab that one that we've never grabbed before. This is what it turns out as. Okay. Again, lower octave Empress energy here. Maybe again, I always say it's the yin energy that goes first. Your growth enables the growth of your own action and possibly even your own divine masculine here. Okay. What a beautiful reading. You guys always bring it with that energy. Holy cow. Holy cow. Let's see over here if the opportunity is to see something from this heartbreak from a new perspective, because it did contribute to our growth. We have flying out here before I'm even, someone is unhappy. You think Three of Swords? Okay, when we were unhappy because of unresolved issues that still hurt, it still hurts. That would be me dropping my cosmic egg that I was sitting on. Changes will be made. The five energy, the sun, the spirit, the body, mind, and the spirit. Wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck, ignoring the pain, still resisting, still fighting. Let's get some mirrored energy here. Stand your ground. The block is them not standing their ground. If this is a person for you, or just our action energy. I was disillusioned. Lessons are being taught, what I say. You guys have already learned this. You're looking back to recollect what we've learned and how this thread turns into what we create in the future. Okay. Wow. Confirmation there. Big time. Big time. Let's get some, let's see if we can nail down just any details for us. What's this Ace of Wands using a Kipper deck? Any clues about what this new spark, wealth, and marriage, Four of Wands? What I'd say. Okay, your partner may be very different from you or may differ from your normal type. Wealth is an 11 energy. There are pearls of wisdom as well as that's like the Ace of Pentacles energy right here. What Spirit wants you to know, Ace of Pentacles, if you have the Mermaid deck, the Ace of Pentacles is the booty at the bottom of the ocean. That's full of riches, and the Marriage card is a 3. It's a trine energy. Let's see what's crossing. Okay, I don't know if that was, yeah, okay. Another 11. But what I say about here, crossing energy, mental prison, right? That's literally the prison card, 29, which is an 11. Okay, again, for them to come out of this, they are taking action, and seeing you do it, or maybe even with the threat of someone new coming in, or that happens when you raise your vibration. Then they start getting their ish together finally. Okay. And then underneath that, another marriage card. So there are several in this deck to depict all different types of relationships. So I do love that, those varying differences here. Again, maybe a partnership that you're just not used to, that you're not used to having because you've broken this old cycle. You're deciding to create your red dress here, spiritual viewers, and it's beautiful. Wow. Okay. That be us for today. Let's get any advice. I want to go deep here with this advice card. I like these because they've been around long enough. The Sacred Rebels Oracle, that whatever is pulled as advice for this side here, you can just Google the number and the card name, and it will show you. There's plenty of people that have written them up if they do polls online only or writing only, blog style. What is the, I feel like that one's sticking out right there on top. Why did you want to come? Let's see. Okay. Free from judgment, free to love. We are no longer judging this past 3 of Swords and staying stuck there. Now we are analyzing it. There's a difference. It's a 39 energy, which is a 12 of the Hanged Man. Okay. In addition, yeah, you've already had your tower. This is after the storm. The number 1 card, you are carrying a Merkaba shape here, a soul chariot energy. You are already aligned in your head and heart, and you are, you got the sun at your back here, happiness at your back, and you are moving forward. Beautiful energy, free from judgment, free to love, free with this healing of 4 swords are in the past. You're getting ready to get up and make a different choice, a different action. You have the dress form. It just weren't fancy enough for you. You had to zhuzh it up a little bit. Okay. Gorgeous, gorgeous owl there on the bottom of the deck for this side. What I say about the Queen of Wands, the master manifester here, the situation on this action side, spirals of manifestation. Gorgeous. Number 18 card of the moon energy. They're looking at their shadows, where they went wrong. Again, that could be our own energy, where we went wrong in the past. And they have like a stronger sense of self now with this warrior shield. There's also a lot of feathers, so ancestral energy. We talked about the lady in fox fur last night with the protecting ourselves from unwanted, intrusive energies. It could even be, if you're their situation, they know they've got to change their ways and stop resisting, stop fighting what's trying to happen for them, not to them. Okay, maybe they currently feel devastated by some kind of loss that forced them. Maybe this was like a reuniting energy. Again, with that 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands is also celebratory. And it's like, wow, I really need to get my ish together to be able to compete for this Queen of Wands. I better get my King of Wands action in gear and lined up. and ready to go. Underneath that, legacy of light. Yeah, dark night of the soul. They might be waking up here, guys. They might be waking up. All right, that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so, so much for coming in here. I really appreciate you. I love those owls too. I can't, I won't, don't stop, won't ever stop liking them. Love, love, love them. Thank you guys so, so much. Hi, Venus. Thank you for being here. I already said hi to everybody else. I didn't see jump in there. So thank you. Awesome. Aw, you happy 12/12 to you. You're so welcome. Hey, Jonna, thank you guys so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed this message. I hope you'll take what fits for you and leave the rest behind because you're developing your intuition. So trust that. Okay, don't take anything that doesn't feel good or doesn't fit. It may just be a different timeline. This might have already happened. This could be about to happen. So. Love you so much, guys. Thank you so, so much for your time, energy, and all the love you show us here at the Spiritual View. We will see you tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern live for the Spiritual View. We will see you then. Much love for now. Bye bye.